Nigerian Bar Association has dismissed as false the claim by the sole administrator of Rivers State, Vice Admiral Ibok-Ete Ibas, retired, that the state paid 300 million naira to secure hosting rights for the 2025 Annual General Conference AGC of the association that has now been moved to Enugu State. Reacting to Ibas' demand for a refund of the money, the NBA, in a statement that was signed by the chairman of its conference planning committee, Mr. Emeka Obegolu-san, and made available to newsmen on Monday, maintained that the money from Rivers State was a gift that was not tied to any purported hosting right. The legal body said it was normal for its organizing committee, in view of the enormous cost involved in hosting the AGC, to approach organizations, agencies of government and state governments for support. It stressed that such support requested was unconditional and not tied to hosting rights or any rights whatsoever, saying it would not be drawn into any unnecessary controversy with Ibas over the issue. It will be recalled that the National Executive Council of NBA, which is the umbrella body of legal practitioners in the country, had, after a meeting it held on March 27, resolved to shift the venue of the scheduled conference to Enugu, following what is described as a series of undemocratic developments in Rivers State. The NBA accused Ibas, whose appointment as a sole administrator is said was illegal, of flaunting the rule of law with impunity. This elaboration, precise details, was to just make a background check. On Sunday, it will be recalled that the Nigerian Bar Association actually released a statement that they're moving their conference, the AGC conference, from Port Harcourt to Enugu State due to the emergency rule in River State. And according to them, they said the sole administrator was brought into office in an unconstitutional way. I just want to get your thoughts on this. And then this issue, Ibas actually, this particular story is to make reference to a statement by the sole administrator Ibas, saying that they should refund the 300 million naira that was given to them, and then they're coming to say that the money was a gift and not a hosting right. I just want to get your thoughts on what you make of this, Comrade Onem, please.
Well, you've just read through what happened. I think it was last week when MBA released a statement that the proposed conference that they were supposed to have in Rivers State has been shifted to Enugu State. And they made their reason clear that such a conference cannot take place in a state where there is no democratically elected governor. And of course, we are abreast with the development that culminated to Rivers people having a sole administrator. There is no section of the Constitution whatsoever that clearly gave the president the mandate to suspend an elected governor.
If I may cut you short, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be on any side. But according to what the statement that was made, they said that the president actually followed the 305 constitution under the amended 1999 constitution of the legal parts. I am not a legal practitioner, so I might not really quote it right, that he followed the due process to suspend the sitting governor of the state.
there was no such due process that was being followed. We are all here and we saw what happened. Now, yes, the section 305 stated clearly that yes, the president has the power to declare a state of emergency.
Okay.
But I have perused through that particular section of the Constitution. If I will be able to see or cite a place that clearly gave the president the mandate, the temerity to suspend a sitting governor. Mind you, the governor was elected the same way that the president was, elected. Right?
Okay.
So that aspect is something that we as concerned citizens, we are in a way joining forces with NBA and agreeing with that decision. So because they can't come to a place where there is an illegality, right? Because the essence of law, the essence of rule of law is to do what? Is to keep peace and order, is to maintain peace and order. So in a place where there is no rule of law, then why will people who are preaching legality find themselves in that place? Then is somebody that was a product of illegality will come and maybe will begin to read the conference welcome and address, welcome of an address, right? And they said no, they cannot have such conference in the state.
So don't you think this decision is actually going to affect the state economically and otherwise?
Rivers State, as at today, the economic situation of Rivers State as at today is dwindling. Mind you, there is one of this man in charge of hospitality, I think he's the owner of Portland Resource Hotel. That young man already, he has been given 24 million naira as per where the lawyers,
okay,
have booked to lodge. You understand?
Okay.
Now, when that statement was released, I saw it on his Facebook handle, weeping that as it stands today, that he is going to do what? He's going to refund those persons that have paid.
Okay.
The sum of 24 million naira.
And he might not be the only person.
He might not be the only person.
And it's not just his hotel that's been booked for this
for the program.
So
right?
that's because do you know why I asked this question, Comrade Onem? You said that on the other hand, that you people are backing the NBA on this decision because of the illegality of the sole administrator.
Exactly.
So don't you think that this decision by the NBA, because looking at it, yes, we can say that the sole administrator, whatever reason, wasn't supposed to be here, considering first off, he is not a citizen of Rivers State. We can look at that aspect. But let's look at the other aspect, that this decision that the NBA has taken, isn't it going to affect everyone, inclusive of you?
To me, the decision that they've taken so far, to me, is even too soft. To me, they would have boycotted every form of their services in this country as a way of expressing their displeasure over this thing. Because I'm telling you that if this thing is not stopped, before you will know, the president will just come up one day and say that the Bayelsa State governor has been suspended, and it will stand.
So you think
I'm coming, please. Okay. I'm coming. Let me finish.
Okay.
He will declare that Akwa Ibom State governor has been suspended, and it will stand. So to me, I see that this decision that was made by the NBA is in order, and to me, I think it's even too soft, because what I have seen is that this thing is showing a kind of protest. They are protesting, you know, that they are not happy with what is happening. And if the president is prudent enough, he will know and quickly rescind his decision. To me, it's not going to have any negative impact on me, effect on me, because number one, I'm not a politician. I'm just a concerned citizen that is just concerned about the good and welfare of Rivers State.
So in essence, this 300 million naira that was gifted to the Nigerian Bar Association should not be refunded, in as much as Ibas has come to ask for the refundment.
One, let me tell you one thing. As it stands now, Ibas has no right whatsoever to demand for anything. Ask me why.
Why?
Ask me why.
Why?
He is not recognized by the Constitution. His position is illegal. And so for that reason, he has no right whatsoever to demand for that money. Now, the mandate that was given to the by the president to the sole administrator is to go and make peace. Today in Rivers State, is he making the peace that he was mandated to come and make? Today in Rivers State, as he stands, is he making the peace? It's not making the peace. Rather, it's causing division. You heard yesterday about the protest that was ongoing at Mbiama. You heard one that was there. Some people were saying that he should continue his illegality. Why some were saying that no. Why? What orchestrated this protest is because of his decision of bringing in some administrators in the various local government, which was not supposed to be so. Was that part of the mandate that he was given? So, to me, it does not have that right whatsoever to demand for the refund of that money. One, he is not recognized by the law. His position is not recognized by the law. I have searched the Nigerian Constitution. I have not seen anywhere that recommended. See, in democratic system of government, I have not seen anywhere that somebody somewhere will be transferred to Rivers State to govern the affairs of Rivers State under democratic, system of government.
Okay, Cameroon, does the country still practice democracy as it stands at the moment? If that's what you're trying to say, under a democratic system of the government, you don't see something like this happening. Do we still practice democracy in this country?
Well, I wouldn't say that we are practicing democracy in this country, because you see that it virtually in the behavior of the president, it doesn't actually show that we are practicing, not just on this issue, right? Okay. But we are talking about the general issue. Okay. Today, there is no freedom of speech, right? In Nigeria, what was the essence of the cyber crime, whatever that they are trying to prove? Is it not to cow the people from speaking out, right? It is to cow the people from speaking out. That is the essence of those things, Today, you see protesters being molested. Even in U.S., citizens express their displeasure through a peaceful demonstration. And what the police do is to come and give them the adequate security, in order to ensure that there is no violence. Okay. That is the essence of the security apparatus. Their duty is to always protect. When they hear that, but are you aware that at Mbiama, the women who are protesting peacefully were tear gassed? Is it supposed to be so? And you're telling me that Nigeria is practicing democracy? No, we are not practicing. What we are practicing today is autocracy. One-man system of government. That is what we are practicing today. And it's bad. It's quite unfortunate that we find ourselves in this. So
this decision from the NBA, don't you think it will affect other sectors or other agencies, departments, government parastatals that would want to engage in activity in Rivers State? Don't you think this is like a step forward to other people that would want to, host anything in Rivers State, to take a second decision, to take a back step and decide if they really want to?
It is happening. Not the decision of the NBA. The general state of emergency that was declared in the state right, is hampering on economic activity. Nobody will want to come here and do anything. Have you gone out during the night? Social activity in Rivers State is completely dead as it is. Go to places, you see refuge all over. Nothing is working. So in a place where nothing is working, how do you think that, you know, people will be encouraged to come? That is why we are saying that the president should reverse his decision and bring back a democratically elected structure in Rivers State. People are skeptical about even coming to Rivers State. If you are outside, I do communicate with most of my friends who are outside. Okay. You understand? When they heard about the state of emergency, the declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State, they are calling me, comrade, where are you? I should relocate to how is Rivers State, you know. Because
it also sent bad signal by Rivers State to all the
bad signal. And as I speak with you, as a Rivers man and as a youth in Rivers State, I'm telling you that I'm weeping for my dear state, because this was not what our forefathers fought for. What is happening in Rivers State is so shameful that we cannot even say that we are from Rivers State. How should we allow a stranger to come and be controlling the activities and affairs of this state under a democratical structure? No. If I know why we were under the military regime, it will happen. But we have shifted from the such a regime to a democratic, you know, system of government. Okay. Where we elect those who feel that can represent us to man a position of trust on our behalf, right? But the system now has been drifted, and if nothing is done, my dear, things will get worse. And that is why today I'm telling you that I welcome the decision of the NBA, but their decision is not good enough. It's too soft. They would have ensured that they seize everything, services in this country, of their services in this country.
Thank you so much on that, Comrade Onem. Well, if I may say, the 300 million naira that was given to the Nigerian Bar Association is actually a state fund. It's not about the amount. So that I don't think that's too much for the such body, because the Nigerian Bar Association is a very big body, a recognized federal parasociety in the country. You know, so what I'm trying to say is that this is a federal, a state revenue, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's not a personal. I'm not sure it was from the personal pocket of Ibas to the Nigerian Bar Association. So let's leave it at that. On what
let me say something.
Okay.
If Ibas is saying that they should refund the money, though they've said that the money is not a hosting right.
Yeah, it was a gift.
You understand that it was a gift, right? If Ibas have the evidence that the money that was released was a hosting right, then you should go to court. That is my take on this issue.
Thank you so much on your take on that.